Hello, today we're at our Kalleske Winery looking at our newly bottled 2020 Parallax Grenache. Parallax is part of our Divergent genre in our Kalleske portfolio. So traditionally all of our Kalleske wines are classic Barossa varietals, being Shiraz and Grenache, as well as some others, made in the normal way. With our Divergent range of wines, we like to do things a bit differently. So we make them in very different styles, to traditional styles, do different winemaking and so forth. So we have 4 wines in our Divergent genre, and Parallax Grenache is one of them. So the name parallax essentially means when an object is the same, but it's interpreted or viewed differently. So in this case, we have the object being Grenache, the variety Grenache grape, and rather than looking at it in the same way, making it in the same way as normal, we've done it in a radically different way. So Grenache is quite a late ripener. It's normally one of the last things that we harvest. Normally you need quite a high baume, high sugar level, and pick it late in the season where it's nice and ripe and full flavoured. And then Grenache is normally fermented for a week, 2 weeks, on skins, and then after pressing it goes to barrel for anywhere from 6 months to up to 2 years, depending on what sort of wine style you're making. And that's the traditionally way to make Grenache in quite a big, rich, full-bodied style of wine. With our Parallax, we pick it about 3 weeks earlier than we'd normally pick the Grenache. And so this was picked, the 2020 was picked at the end of February, so it's really early in the season. So the grapes are quite low in sugar, low in baume, resultant low alcohol, so it's only 12% alcohol. And picking it so early in the season means that you have a lot more really bright perfumes, aromatics, a lot of raspberry sort of aromas coming through. And it's certainly not as heavy and rich on the palate. So rather than showing really full-bodied, round, sweet fruit sort of characters, the Parallax is a lot crunchier, bright red fruits instead of black fruits. And also with the Parallax, we incorporate all the stalks during the fermentation. And so that adds a nice bit of tannin, extra structure, character to the wine, a little bit of a slight sort of herbalness, forest floor sort of character as well. And with the Parallax, rather than doing pump overs, which is what we do with our normal wines, we actually use a heading down board and submerge the skins and stalks in the juice for the entire 2-week fermentation period. So it's just a very sort of gentle way of doing it, and it just makes a further difference to our normal Grenache. So, and also with the Parallax, it's seen absolutely no oak maturation. So after fermentation, the grapes were pressed and into a stainless steel tank and went through malolactic fermentation in tank, and then soon after that it went into bottle. So this wine here was only a couple months ago. It was a few months ago. It was still grapes on the vine, and soon enough it's into bottle. So it's preserving all those lovely, crunchy, bright red fruit characters. So the Parallax is a wine because it is quite light to medium bodied. It's a really good drink when you on a warmer summer's day when you want a red, but you don't want a really rich, gutsy, full-on red. So it's still got plenty of flavour and character going on there. So yeah, it's just our interpretation of a different interpretation of Grenache. Cheers.